So this gentleman I'm interviewing today used this particular pathway to get a visa to South Africa and to travel to Netherlands and to get a US visa as well. And it's a very simple, common pathway that anybody at all can use to travel to any country. And at the moment, there's opportunity for you to use this same pathway come July to go to Germany. And there's an opportunity to use this same pathway that he used to travel to the US this October 2024. You must watch this video to the end if you're interested in traveling to any of these countries for travel experience, to make your passport look nice, etc., etc. Stay tuned. Stop that. Mr. KLB, welcome to my channel.
Hello, thank you very much.
What is KLB? What's your name?
My name is Emmanuel.
Okay, so where from the KLB?
I don't know, but I'm Kwame, so around 2011, when I was finishing nursing school, I told myself that when I finish school, I'll go to London and become a billionaire. So, yeah. So one of my
London billionaire.
Yeah. So one of my friends said, "Then we should call you KLB," and it stuck with me now.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, that was in 2011. Yeah.
So now you are in London. So you achieved the L. As for the K, you achieved it when you were born. Please,
Yes.
how much do you have in your bank account at the moment?
It's nowhere near even the M. So, but you will get there with time.
Are you sure you get it to the UK or you should go to the US?
Oh, anywhere that we will get money, we will just go there.
Okay, interesting. So briefly tell us a bit about yourself. I know you're a nurse. I know you work in a care home. Are you still working in a care home?
Yes, care home for life in the UK. I'm not going to the NHS because it's not for the money per se, but I didn't get a chance to stay with my grandparents. So I said to myself that any chance that I'll get anywhere in Ghana or abroad, I'll work with older people. So even in Ghana, I was working with the older people more. So I said I'll continue when I come to UK.
Interesting. Yeah. I know you even won an award in your nursing home at a point. They gave you flowers.
Yes.
Did it some time back. So how long have you been in the UK?
I think I am getting close to my 4th year. Yeah. Okay. I think 3 years and some months. Yeah.
Okay. So I know that there's a special pathway that I know it was not so popular.
Yeah.
And that you used to get a South African visa when you were in Ghana.
Yeah.
And you used that same pathway to travel to Netherlands.
Oh yeah.
You use that same pathway to get a US visa, and you didn't even go to the US at the end of the day.
I didn't go.
And so that means this particular pathway has worked for you.
Oh yeah, not only me, but for some other colleagues that who know.
Me, I tried, it didn't work for me.
Yeah, so there is a trick that you have to stick to.
So you have used this pathway successfully 3 times and have been successful. You got visas to South Africa, to Netherlands, and to the US. Yes. And there's opportunity for people to use that same pathway come this July to Germany. And this October to the US if they are interested. And that's what you're sharing for us. So tell us, what is this pathway about, really?
So I think this is no news that people travel using conferences. So this is not news. But the only problem is that most of these conferences is expensive, and especially with regards to getting your invitation letters. For example, the AIDS conference that we all know about, the popular one, which is the World AIDS Conference. You have to pay like $650 to $750 to get your invitation letter. So
who gives the invitation?
So it's the organizers. So they have to give you the organizers of the AIDS conference.
And these are people in the US?
Yes, so it depends wherever they are. If they are organizing it in the Netherlands, they will be in Netherlands. If they are in Germany, they will be in Germany. So it depends on the country which is organizing the event.
So in your case, I'm interested about the Netherlands one or the US ones that you had the visa. So you had to get invitation for the organizers of the program. So first of all, you attended a conference in Netherlands, right?
Yes.
So that's how come. So that was the reason for the visa application that you stated.
Yes.
What was the Netherlands conference about?
So the Netherlands conference was AIDS conference. So
So come July, can anybody at all apply for the German visa to say that I'm waiting for the conference coming in Germany in July, just like that? And what do they need? Who is eligible? Who is not eligible? And aside getting the invitation, what else do you need? And how do you even know the organizers to pay that amount of money to be invited?
When it comes to HIV conferences, they always do it online when it comes to the registration. So you just go to the IAS Society conference website and they will state it clearly there, the amount you have to pay and the eligibility criteria. When it comes to the ACE conference, there is no eligibility or any restrictions. Anyone who is above 18 can attend. So you just have to have genuine interest in ACE and caring for people with HIV, or trying to learn about AIDS and how you can also do your part to prevent AIDS. Of course, we don't go and do AIDS stuff. We also mingle, look for friends, travel to other countries which are close by. Yeah.
If I get you right, it's not only for nurses. So far as you're above 18 years and you have interest in AIDS, you're eligible and you can actually apply.
That's correct. That's correct.
Wow. Let me just say that this video is proudly sponsored by LEMFI. LEMFI is an international money transfer app, okay, that allows you to send money from the UK, US, and Canada to over 10 different African countries. Talk about Ghana, talk about Nigeria, talk about Benin, Rwanda, Cameroon, and so many other countries, and with no transfer charges, 0 transfer charges. As a matter of fact, you also use the referral code NANEL, and then you make a first transfer of about £100 or $150 or Canadian dollars. You qualify to get either £10 or as much as $20 or 30 Canadian dollars as a bonus. And remember that no transfer charges, and they have the best rates ever. Thank you, LEMFI, for sponsoring today's video. So with all the conferences you went, they were all HIV/AIDS conferences?
Yes, they were all AIDS related.
AIDS related. The Netherlands and the one that it's coming come July in Germany, is it also AIDS related?
Yes, that is the biggest AIDS conference in the world. Yes.
Wow. And it's July, and that's like some few months away. So if you like, you have to start applying now.
Yes, July 22nd to 26th.
When I go online, you mentioned the name of the website. What did you say it is again? Let me
it's
check.
iasociety.org, or just type ACE Conference 2024. That would be simple for you.
Okay. Wow.
So if you
can see, so I'll show that, guys. I want to show you how the website looks like so you can see. So I'm seeing the IAS sign, and I'm seeing ACE 2024, the 25th International AIDS Conference, and their registration is now open. So I see the register now. So I just have to click the register now and then just register.
Yes.
I see that you can sign in or create an account. So you create an account. What do they ask for documents over there?
Yes. So what happens is that you have to sign in. So if you sign in and you create an account, you'll be able to go through the steps. You have to put your details, your name, your passport details, and everything. And at the end, you have to pay some fees. That is where it scares people, because you're going to pay around $650 to $780 just because you have to be given an invitation letter. So if you're able to pay this amount, you get your invitation letter to apply for the conference. Yeah, and if you get your invitation letter, definitely you just have about like 80% chance of being part of the program. But let me tell you one thing, there is another route where you can actually get your invitation letter for free, but I'm not sure if it's still open up till now. But before this interview, I checked and it was still there. It's highly competitive, so you can also go to the ACE program as a volunteer. So you'll be helping in the organization of the ACE conference. You'll be placed at vantage points, and you'll be checking other people in, assisting other people where to sit and how to coordinate the program. So
like an usher.
Yes, kind of. So these things are also there for people who cannot pay the fees and they also want to be part of the program. But as I said, it's highly competitive, and you have to always apply for this earlier. If you wanted to be a volunteer, you should have applied by now. But you can also try. If you can be selected, who knows, you'll be picked.
I don't think it's expensive, even with the amount you've mentioned, because for those who are not able to get the volunteer spot, I think people are paying $10,000 to come as carer. If you are going to get a genuine way to visit abroad, and this on your passport is good, you know.
Yes, it's very good.
It's a hobby with other visa applications in the future. So I think it's really, really good that you're doing a genuine thing. And obviously, you'd learn something about ASA as well. And then let's say if you're getting a Schengen visa, you'll be able to use that if it's multiple entry to go to other, places as well. That's really, really good. Aside that amount of money that I have to pay as a registration fee to get the invitation, what else do I need? Would they ask me to submit my certificate from university or whatever?
Oh no, you don't have to submit any certificate from uni or any other place. The most important thing is you just show that after paying this registration fee, you can also accommodate yourself. You can just cater for yourself. So you just need some few money on you just to cater for yourself. That's all. And you also have to submit evidence to show that you come back when you travel to these places. So you have to show that you have good ties back home, even though you might have other intentions, but you just have to show it on paper that you have good ties back home and you come back.
For instance, I think that is for every country that you are traveling to as a visitor. They want you to prove that you definitely come back to your home country after visiting that country. Let's say if you're a student, you can get a letter from your school to show that you're really a student, maybe your admission letter, a letter from your dean of students, blah blah blah. If you're an employee, you can get a letter from your employer. You can show your pay slips, or you can show how much does somebody need to show that when they go there, they'll be able to take care of themselves. Because maybe somebody, all they can get is that money for the registration fee, but you are mentioning that they need to show that they can take care of themselves when they get there. So how much do you think is enough?
It depends. You just have to calculate. Just check the area that you're going. Just look at the hotel that you'll be staying. If a day is $40 and the program is like 6 days, so you stay that you are going to spend a week, you just have to make sure you have at least ×2 of this amount in your bank account. And also, you can also get sponsors if you don't have enough in your bank account. I remember during those days, I didn't have anything on me, but I was able to go through because we went as a group, and one of my friends spoke to his dad, and his dad used his bank statement to cover all of us. So you don't necessarily need to have the money in your own account, but you can also get someone's account just to cover all of you. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. And then usually, how long are these conferences?
The ACE conference is 4 days. So it's 22nd to 26th. Yeah. There are other conference activities that you can also take part. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And at the visa interview, what kind of questions will you be asked, or is there even an interview?
When it comes to Schengen countries, there is hardly interviews, especially when you are going for conferences. So there is literally no interviews.
Okay. But with the US, there was an interview. What kind of questions were you asked? For those who want to go in October for the US conference, what kind of questions were you asked for your visa interview for the US?
So these are basic questions that you will be able to answer. And they asked you, where are you going? What do you do? When do you intend to come back? I think they asked me only a few questions. Yeah, with the US, those people are very strict. So you just have to show that you have traveled to other places before. You really have genuine interest in what you are going to do. You just don't go to US embassy with an empty passport. If you are going with an empty passport, you just have to show strong evidence that what you are going to do is really important, or it will really support whatever you are going to do in your motherland. Yeah. So that's why I always entreat people to start from their home country. Engage yourself in. Do you know that in Ghana we have ACE conferences that we organize every 2 years or every 4 years? Yeah. So just take part in all these conferences. Now Kenya organizes conference a lot, and you don't need a visa to go to Kenya. So just try and save towards all these programs. Save some money, travel to Kenya. Just get that experience, traveling exposure, and when you decide to go to US or any other Schengen country, it will be easy for you.
But somebody just wants to go. They don't have money for Kenya. They just want to go to Schengen. They just want to go to Germany, or they want to go to the US. But I feel like if you are able to prove that you have strong ties, that will compel you to come back. And then if you have other documentation rights, it's possible that you can get. I mean, do you know of people that had everything but were denied? And what was the reason why they were denied?
Okay, not people who were very close to me, because all of my friends who decided to do this thing, we were just doing everything in unison. So first we decided to go to ACE conferences in Ghana, and we applied for South Africa, and we did everything together. So when we are going as a group, they know that we have track records of attending these programs, and we are renowned ACE activists. So renowned. So they just issued the visa. They said, KLB, give him the visa. So that was how we were able to sail to. If you can't do much, if you don't have money, just show some track record, even in your vicinity. Yeah, just do something.
having a good travel history also helps, no
It
doubt.
really does.
Yeah.
It really
So
does.
for me, I told you that I don't know if you watch my videos of it, but I was denied a visa to the US, I think 2016.
Yeah, I watched that video.
You know that I used the conference. It wasn't AIDS conference, but it was a healthcare related, science related conference. That's
Yeah,
what I used, and I was denied. One, looking back now, I think that one, I had not traveled anywhere before, so that could be a factor.
yeah,
And at the time, me, I was not a student because I was done with school. Me, I was not working. So it's like, you know, when you go, you come back because you are not working, you don't have. So I didn't have any tie that would compel me to come back. Although I got a lecturer of mine to write a letter to state that, I'm really as a nursing student, or I just completed nursing, and this particular conference will help me, blah blah blah. They didn't look at me twice. I think that if you are working, you have a good job back in your home country, and
yeah,
then KLB said if you have a good travel history, all those things can help you get this visa.
yeah,
And I know that you may be going for a conference as well, but it's just also an opportunity to tour the country. If you get a Schengen visa, it's an opportunity. If you get the Germany one, it's an opportunity to visit other Schengen areas as well. And then it's also good for your passport and your travel history because that would make it easier for you to get other visas approved in the future. So it is
yes,
really, really good. If only you can afford, I think it is really good. AIDS is a popular topic, especially for Africans. They know that it's very common on our continent. They know that we are fighting it. They know that. So if you're able to show, and I think that also show that you have interest in the topic that you claim you are going for a conference for.
that's true.
Would you believe this US consular asked a nurse who had passed NCLEX and has gotten a job and employer in the US to give the whatever for malaria? Can you imagine over there? I'm sure this consular only went to Google and just
Yeah,
Googled malaria and ask it. It's not fair because other nurses that are going through, let's say UK to the US, no consular in London will ask them to tell them how malaria comes about and how
yeah,
that, but
yeah,
they don't trust our people. So I think
yeah,
if you are back home or in Africa and then you claim you're going for an HIV conference, I mean, have you even researched about the conference? They can ask you who are the main speakers for the event. I mean,
yeah,
they can ask you that what is the motto or the whatever for the event? What are the colors of the, something about the. So also educate yourself. Maybe your main thing is to go and talk or go and have
yeah,
fun. But
yeah,
at least you claim you are going for a conference. Read something about the conference. Know a bit about the conference. What is this about? Who's coming? Where is it? The location, the address of the conference, wherever. You claim you booked the hotel. What's the distance between the hotel you have booked, the venue of the conference? Have all these things in mind, okay? To show them that you're a genuine person who wants to know about it. So, what will you say is a major challenge? And then your final words for anybody who wants to use this route as an opportunity to travel abroad.
All right. Before I tell you about the major challenge, let me tell you something good about the one that will be happening in October.
Okay.
So that one, the headline, the name is Nurses in AIDS Care. Even though it's for nurses, or they say they are only for nurses, they actually have teachers and pharmacists and other people who will be applying to, and they will be accepted. And one good thing about them is that you can register with them as a global member. What that means is that you are not in the US, you are somewhere other than the United States, and they will give you an invitation letter for free. You don't need to pay for anything. But before you are able to navigate to get to that end, you need to come to my channel where I've broken everything down. Where I've given a step-by-step guideline on how you can receive your invitation letter for free, which my friends and I we did. We didn't pay for any invitation letter. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Now let me come to the challenges. We've already talked about some of these challenges. One of the biggest challenges is financial constraints because you have to fund the whole process yourself. And apart from that too, it doesn't start off easily. You have to start from somewhere. When we started, we said you have to get any exposure in traveling if possible. So if you are having an empty passport and you just want to go to the US, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but compared to someone who has been to South Africa, Kenya, or even the Schengen, they will give it to someone who has the exposure before. So start gradually and you will get there.
I failed to get my visa approved for a conference in the US. when it comes to such topics, please don't ask me. But he has a track record. He was
Yeah.
successful with visa to South Africa, to Netherlands, to the US, and I'm very sure he probably go to the Germany one or the US one come October. He's done several videos about this topic. Videos where he goes into detail to show you the website, what to click, what to do, etc., etc. So I'll leave his channel, a screenshot of it here on the screen and in the description as well. So you can head over, ask him all your questions if you are really interested. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. I think this is really, really a great opportunity, honestly. And thank you so much for coming.
All right, thank you for inspiring us. Thank you. Do you want me to tell people about all the WhatsApp messages you've been sending to me?
Oh yes. So what's it? What's the message?
You really encouraged me to this YouTube channel. Do you know that you gave me my first gig?
Your first sponsorship brand deal,
yeah. Thank you very much.
You always support me as well in our groups. When I post something, you come and comment.
I still do. Thank
you so much. Thank you.